Right now we got the front head hooked up with the Dynatard, back's unhooked. We had a little issue, I'll show you.
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You are now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. Gorgeous day today. Almost makes me feel like we should be 100% ready for spring. We're not. It's okay. We got things to do. We got some time. So plows are good to go. We got a list of parts. We're gonna make a huge list, and then we're gonna get everything. We got a service. That tractor got serviced. 75 needs service, and the 46 needs service. Planter. This, I'm all good to go. And I think I figured out my chisel plow aspect, so yeah, excited to see Colburn again this year. Well, plow with Colburn then again this year. So currently we got some shop towels. I don't know, I'll put you guys somewhere here that you're not gonna stay. Yeah, so I get shop towels from Amazon, and they've been the best consistent ones that I've ever got, and I like them. So, got 300 shop towels, package of 150. We'll put those away. And you guys are sitting on something else that I'll show you. So I had these blue ones, and they were all in the trailer out there, and they got wet, and well, they're nasty now, but we've been using them. But there's 170 or so. I gotta, oh, that was my Olite in the bucket of oil. It unclipped and went in. Oh, it's actually coolant. That's my favorite one. What is the luck of that? Ugh. Hey, get yourself a shop rags. They come in handy for when you throw your light in the coolant. Wow. That's not a good way to start off the wrenching day. Oh, it does clean it nicely. It smells like cool. Yes, of course, it still works. This box here goes back to vevor, and yes, their tools are cheaper on the dollar side, but they've been absolutely awesome as far as quality for me. So like I said previously, the manure tank hydraulic pump I bought before any partnership and working with vevor on that side of it, and I've been a big believer because of how good that's treated me. Somebody told me I gotta redo it and put the proper hydraulic system there. I don't think you understand the whole the expensive side of it for something that does the same thing. So it has been 2 years of running that vevor pump, and some of the solenoids are a little messed up from being out in the environment and farming and manure and stuff like that. So I decided to buy myself another one. It was like $330 for this setup. You got the remote, you got all the solenoids, brand spanking new. Oh, they switched them. They got different there we go. I like it. They got different solenoids. These are built bigger. They got different nuts on the end. So as a company, they're always, if they're taking something off the shelf or doing something, re-ramping it, they're figuring it out. But very excited to have a spare one for the day when that one dies. I figured if I got a year out of each pump, I'd be doing very good, because for $300 you haul for 3 hours and you pay for that pump. So Yeah, it would be great if it was lifetime, but we're not invested $15,000 into it with a remote, with this, with that. So they're not $15,000, but the remote kits and the solenoids and all of that, and running more pressure back to there. And this allows you to actually swing the boom out without having the truck engaged and do stuff like that. So you got some diversity, but got a spare. We're gonna throw it on the shelf back there. I don't have a spot for manure tanks yet, but we'll figure it out. We need some more shelving. We need some more space. We got more shelving in that box trailer. So, alrighty, let me get that. We gotta go do the calves quick. I got some grain, mineral block, and yeah. It's a gorgeous day. We're gonna go catch up with Aaron and Isaiah. I got stuff to do of my own, but I gotta bring back Aaron's heater before we get too far along in life. And well, we're gonna look at some things, and I just gotta talk to them guys because there's some things going on. We'll go see what the status of the Superliner is. I've been messing around with my trucks, but their plan was to mess around with the Superliner anyways and get that to a really good spot. So absolutely gorgeous day here. 57 degrees right now, going towards 60. It's just before noon, and we'll be back later and get some things done of our own. Still got to do the marker lights and everything else like that, but hoping the fields start drying out a little bit. But a half-inch of rain coming Friday. Today is Wednesday, because we still have standing water down in the bottom there, but it's all part of it. It's done nothing but rain. Currently we're held up on any manure hauling because everybody's so wet. So yeah, all part of it.
Look at this junk.
I know. Everybody tells me I just got junk, so.
Yours is all done. Now you can start this one.
Right? Making old dogs good again. Just to outdo Zach.
She's in the pound for a while.
Full rebuild. SEMA, right? SEMA show?
Yeah.
Gear jammers. We'll put the floaters on and go to gear jammers with it. Working class. So new floor, fix the hood, paint job. Everybody's gonna have to stay tuned to see what colors it is.
They won't ever get.
No.
You got your parts for that or no?
No, but I want to make sure it is what.
Headliner, so yeah, couple of things going on here. So door assemblies, and we picked this spare one up, and as you see, this one had a number taken out of it, and those are actually the air cleaner that we got. So that all worked out pretty good. They got to go back to Global, and I actually just called them parts order for Global. So floor pan and door assembly is going to get swapped out like I did. Just a lot of work on trucks, but making silage trucks great again. Here's another thing. We picked this up last time we were there, and so that's your vent there, and that one was pretty sad, and the one we got was right on point for him. So shout out to Global for making it happen. I was gonna go home and work on my own truck and stuff, but we're having so much fun here. What did we learn today?
No, you're turning everything again.
It's got a Dynatard. Isaiah said it was a Jake. He was hopeful. I broke his heart. I told you, we just got to figure out how to make Dynatards great again.
Dirty. God damn it.
So, the Dynatard solenoid.
That nut, the bottom nut, the big 9/16 nut, that's loose.
Is it?
Yeah. I just kind of tightened it. I don't know how much it's supposed to be.
That's just a stud that holds it in, which is...
Okay, that was loose.
I will... That
don't
probably
work anyway.
that probably don't help anyways. It was off down here. That probably needs some tape around it because it leaks out of it, but we'll just see if they work. Okay, how this works is power comes in there, there's a connection on the other side. We realized that was not connected, which then goes up to here, that then goes over and That's just got a little U. But this was actually, you're not supposed to be able to do that. So how a Dynatard works, oil pressure goes in there, solenoid presses it down, messes with the exhaust valves, and makes some noise, and you slow down.
I'll turn it over with the pole.
Just hit it with the key, just hit it once.
Put your foot on the clutch.
Oh, let me turn the,
I can do it, you can do it.
I'd say they work.
almost stalled it.
Stalled the motor.
So I wonder if the other one's the same way, but at least you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
I seriously, I bet only one was working.
Felt like
the
an
motor,
idiot.
it didn't pull the motor hard like that did.
Yep. It's a win.
I can put it around that wire.
Yeah, Isaiah's wiring. Made it through all corn silage season. Hold on.
I don't want any of that going in the fan.
Yeah, did I leave anything up there? I got these sitting. We got quite a little bit of carbon build up, but we're gonna do a, what is it? Indian special oil change. Yeah. Zach Newton. Right now we got the front head hooked up with the Dynatard, back's unhooked. We had a little issue, I'll show you. So we've got both Dynatards working, but now we can't get power to it. We want to make sure we rule out that. That way we know it's good. So if he starts it up, I can put power from the battery right over to here. Serious voltage that goes through there. No wonder there's a relay. I bet that switch, dude, this is as hot as anything. Well, the Dynatards work, but the wiring from somewhere here back does not work right. It burned it right off right away. Yeah, that's on the battery.
Huh.
So, yeah, I think somebody... That switch has to go into the relay, and then that relay's got to send bigger power through this bigger wire. But either that or we have an issue, and it's ground out right here. Okay. Let's give that a try and I'll just put it up to there.
Where was it before or whatnot?
I was putting it on here, but it was also still going back through the switch the other way.
Okay.
So if it was grounded out and I'm literally grounding itself, then maybe something's wrong with that switch and it's grounding it out.
It could be.
And it's hit or miss or the relay's bad.
Yeah.
Start it up, I'll see what it does now. Because honestly, it shouldn't take that much power to,
Right.
like it's got power going through, but
It might make that wire warm or something, but it shouldn't.
shouldn't melt it right off like I was welding along over here. We don't know what we're doing. Wish I would. I wonder if one of these is grounded out through it. Like there's a lot of buildup right on this one. Let's try it again and I'll see. I got this one. Well, actually, take both off. I'll connect and make sure nothing in between is grounded for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
And then I'll hook up the back one and then we'll hook, because we had the back one working with it.
Yeah.
But we didn't, the front one. Let's do that. Where's the wire? I think I'm good right now. It just got really hot. Dude, I'm a welder.
I saw smoke.
Jumper cables and a battery, and you can weld anything you want. Here, I'll give you this so that don't fall. So, wire goes through, right like this, goes in, plumbs in, so that broke on the other one. Global's gonna figure out if they can get that or not.
I'm tempted to unhook this on the inside.
Yeah, and see if it still does it.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with you. Here.
Because if that's melted into that.
Then that port going across into it is probably faulty and going through and grounding out right away. Which if you just drill a hole in the side of the valve cover and you stick that through and do a little spray foam, because that works for everything. Yep. RTV, spray foam with RTV over it.
Yep.
All right, well, here, let me hook this back up then. And then I can test both of them. I can test it coming across.
Do you want to check that with it off? I can grab the test light.
What?
Because I unhooked it from the inside.
Oh yeah, I got it. Don't you worry. I'll show you. I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing actually. Usually I don't, but I'm actually getting good at this. Is like.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted it off.
Oh no, I'm just gonna put it to it and see if it starts melting it. Because then I know it's grounding out. I'll put it to the actual Dynatard first, and then if that works, then we know that circuit up is good. Had a bunch and it was going across because now it's happy. It might have just had enough buildup in oil that it was grounding itself across on that.
Yeah, but this one didn't work.
I got it unhooked.
Oh,
No. Because we know that's good and we know that circuit back.
yeah, we got to test power coming through that. Oh.
Well, you can't test that now.
You can.
Hook your hot wire up to that red wire. Oh, this is a learning experience here. So right here, if you watch that, which I don't know if you can see, don't look at Isaiah too much, you know. He's fresh back from Florida. See how that is pulling that valve down, the solenoid.
Yeah, power through there.
Hook it back up and let's see if we melt this wire again.
Okay.
As Yanko explores out back. Or maybe that cord is touching somewhere. Clearly the solenoid works, which is good. Dude, it's gonna be sick. Engine brakes for everybody. We'll have to bring Scott back.
Scott will be so happy. Scott's actually planting for Brad this spring though, so.
5,500 acres, I heard.
At least 4,500, I guess, and everything else is up in the air, so.
Is that back on?
Yep.
Nope, something is weird. Is that touching right now? Oh, it's touching.
Well, that could be.
Here, hold that together or something. Let's see if it does it still.
Still does it?
Still does it. So something about that plug has to be weird. Because it works on the other side, but it doesn't work here. So it's got to be grounding out once that's hooked up. Here.
Yeah, what if I make
Plug that right together. Or hold it together. You got it together?
Okay.
Something about that connection is weird.
Yeah.
The guy from Fluke Ride says you can take out the turbo and there's a tiny little plate inside in the middle that has a MAC part number on it.
Yeah, some of that kind.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He was like, so do you have the part number from the little tiny plate? It's like an inch by an inch,
It's right
whatever.
here.
It was so funny. And Aaron's like, no.
Right here, but on the other side.
Aaron's like, oh,
It would have been
I'll
more
call you
convenient if it was on this side, but... I guess I didn't keep filming anything else. What me and Isaiah figured out was the connection that is inside the valve cover that feeds from that plug through. If you put a regular connector on it, it slides in too far and it touches the brass and grounds itself out onto the head, which then grounds everything out. So that is why if it was wiggled out, it would work. Yeah, so we cut down a regular connector, slid it in, it's good to go. Like I said, that stud terminal that's on the top, that broke off. It's plastic. Isaiah was able to find it in Canada. The guy had one, and it was, I think it was $160. It was either $60 or it was $160 for that little plastic piece. So that's going to get made up or something figured out there. But, yeah, went over there to hang out for a little bit, brought some lunch over, and we ended up getting the Dynatards working again, which is really, really nice. I do really enjoy running that Superliner. They've put a ton of work into it, and they're putting a ton of work into it. So like we say, making silage trucking great again. Very excited on that side of it. But their full paint job, interior, getting all the little things figured out, doors, pretty much what I did. Dale there, he's good at painting, so he's gonna do that up. The hood's all done up. He was working on the visor while we were there. The air cleaners were clearly painted, stuff like that. So, yeah. It's going to be a good year for silage trucking. That is our plan. So, yeah, a little bit of learning, but that's how you go down the rabbit hole. I'm very glad that got fixed. Now I know some of the mindset behind how a working set of Dynatards work, because my silage truck, we're waiting on solenoids. Today is Saturday. Monday, Aaron's going to grab some parts from Global for his truck. He's going to pick some things up for me. So, silage trucking great again. Superliner as a silage truck is just awesome. I love that truck. So, yeah, there you guys have it. A little action of diagnosing and getting Dynatards working again. At some point, we got to figure out how to adjust them so we can really make them great. So, appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing. Daily videos. This is the life. This is what goes on. So, see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.